This safety and operational setup video is provided by Mega Manufacturing, maker of the Piranha line of hydraulic ironworkers. This video is designed to assist the end user in safe setup, operation, and maintenance of Piranha ironworkers. This promotional video is designed to provide a summary illustration of some of the features of Piranha metalworking machines. It should not be used as a substitute for thorough operator training. As with any machinery, the Piranha machines can be dangerous if improperly operated. Keep in mind the following rules. 1. Each operator should study and become fully familiar with the operator's manual. 2. Each operator should receive a training course from an experienced operator. 3. The machine should be set up in a safe location with plenty of room for the operator to work at each station. 4. Operators should always wear eye protection and proper clothing. 5. Operators should never be allowed to operate the Piranha or any machinery if their performance is impaired by alcohol or drugs. Keep in mind that some over-the-counter and prescription drugs cause drowsiness and affect reaction time. 6. Instruct all operators to stop and seek help from a foreman or lead man as to any operation that is not fully understood. 7. Never sacrifice safety for speed or convenience. Mega Manufacturing Incorporated and the creators, producers, participants, and distributors of this video disclaim any liabilities or loss in connection with the instruction and advice herein. To ensure your Piranha is registered properly in the event warranty work is required, please take a moment to complete the warranty registration card you received with the owner's manual and return it to Mega Manufacturing. Operations. Mega Manufacturing builds 5 separate models of its single-slide hydraulic ironworker. A single-slide ironworker utilizes a single hydraulic cylinder to provide power to all workstations. The single-slide Piranha models are designed for safe operation by one operator only. Do not allow more than one person to operate the machine at the same time. Never attempt to exceed the rated capacities of the machine. Refer to your owner's manual for workstation specifications. The 5 single-slide Piranha models are the P40, P50 50-ton model, the P70 70-ton model, P90 90-ton model, and P120 120-ton model. The single-slide Piranha models all offer 6 standard workstations and a variety of standard and non-standard options. The 6 standard workstations are punching and bending, round or square bar shearing, flat bar shearing, angle iron shearing for both equal and unequal legs, square coping, and notching. All single-slide Piranha models, except P40, are similar in operation. Therefore, throughout the presentation, the model P50 will be used to demonstrate Piranha operation. Any deviation from the P50 for the other models will be noted. Following the setup and operations portions of this video, we will introduce standard options which will enhance the production capabilities of your Piranha. Select a level open work area for your Piranha, which will facilitate the movement of raw materials. When moving the Piranha, use the integral lifting lug and be careful as the machines are very top-heavy. Once in place, use the leveling bolts located in each corner of the cabinet to level the machine. All Piranhas are shipped completely wired through the electrical enclosure. You can either wire an electrical plug into the enclosure or wire the machine directly into a fuse disconnect. Make sure your incoming voltage matches the motor voltage. The motor, hydraulic pump, and hydraulic filter are also located in the cabinet along with the hydraulic cylinder and control valve unit. An extra hydraulic oil filter is shipped with the machine and should be installed after the initial 40 hours of operation and then every 3 months thereafter. A pressure gauge is tied to the pump filter and is for diagnostic purposes only. The hydraulic reservoir is located in the cabinet of the machine. The Piranha is shipped only partially filled with oil. Before continuous operation, raise the punch end and fill the reservoir with a mobile DTE 13M or equivalent ISO grade 32 oil. Operating the machine low on oil will cause an overheating condition. Once the reservoir has been filled with hydraulic oil and electrical wiring is complete, the machine is ready for operation. We are now ready to review the Piranha control procedures. All single-slide Piranha models may be controlled from either the front or rear electrical control box. A safety feature of the Piranha is the control box selector switch, located on the front control box. The switch has 3 positions: front, off, and rear, and will allow the Ironworker to be started only from the selected control box. However, the Ironworker may be shut off from either control box. The rear control box is located at the rear Cooper notcher station and is similar in operation to the front control box. The front control box is located to the right of the punch station and contains the following components: control box and selector switch, 5-position joystick, start button and stop button, foot control receptacle, foot control toggle switch, and 2 limit switches. Set the control box selector switch to the front position and press the green button to start the machine. The 5-position joystick allows for either fast power or slow jog speed in both up and down travel. The joystick always returns to the neutral or central position, stopping machine movement. The mode positions are power down and power up for work application, and jog down and jog up for aligning tooling. The foot control can be used in lieu of the joystick. This requires the use of the foot control toggle switch, limit switches, and the control arms mounted to the onside pull arm. This greatly reduces the machine stroke time, thus increasing productivity and allowing hands-free operation. Never use the foot switch without setting the limit switches. Prior to any tooling changes, turn the selector switch to the off position and shut the machine off. Now that the machine is set up and control functions have been reviewed, we will demonstrate individual workstations. Remove all tooling from the workstations not being used. This is the punch station, utilizing 3 main components: the punch attachment, the die block, and the coupling wrench. The punch attachment slides under the dovetail slide on the upper beam. It has a positive end stop and a positive side lock for ease of operation and installation. For punch installation, use the coupling wrench to remove the punch coupling nut. Place the punch and the coupling nut tip down and reinstall onto the punch stem. Using the coupling wrench, tighten the coupling nut. Do not remove the transparent safety shield. The die block has a bore hole for the die, a set screw to secure the die in the block, and 3 set screws to set the die block location on the platen table. Place the die in the die block bore with the proper side up and lock it in place with the set screw. Place the die block and the platen and slowly lower the punch towards the die using the down jog mode, stopping prior to making contact with the die. Adjust the position of the die block so that the die has uniform clearance around the punch. Once in alignment, lower punch assembly onto the die block, securing it to the platen. Tighten the 2 flange nuts on the platen studs and the 3 set screws until they contact the platen studs. Proper adjustment of 3 set screws will assist in punch and die alignment in the future. Always check the alignment prior to operation. The punch station may be operated using the joystick or foot control. Take precautions with either operation not to overload the hydraulic system by bottoming out the cylinder, thus creating heat. When using the foot control, you must use the limit switches. To set the limit switches, turn the foot control toggle switch to the off position and start the machine. Using the joystick jog mode, lower the punch into the die. Loosen the thumb screw on the front control arm and slide it until it rests on top of the front limit switch. Then tighten the thumb screw. This sets the downstroke. Using the joystick, raise the punch and place your work material on the die block. Lower the punch until you are a maximum of 1/4 inch above the work material. Loosen the thumb screw on the rear control arm and slide it until it rests on the bottom side of the rear limit switch. Tighten the thumb screw. This sets the upstroke. Switch the foot control toggle switch to the on position for operation with foot control. The automatic urethane stripper, which is a feature operated only on Piranha Ironworkers, automatically clamps material before being punched, holds the material while being punched, and strips the material after punching to ensure a precise hole and a flat part. If adjustments of the punch attachment are needed, refer to the owner's manual. When the operation is completed, switch the selector switch to the off position and turn the machine off. Remove all tooling from the dovetail slide and platen table. This is the bending station, utilizing 3 components: the punch assembly, the die block holder, and the 4-way bending die block. The bending die has 4 openings for different material thicknesses. Always select a V opening, which is approximately 8 times the material thickness being bent. Place the bending die block and holder on the platen. Slide the bending punch onto the dovetail slide and secure it in place by tightening the socket head bolt in the locking shoe. With the foot control toggle switch off, turn the selector switch to the front box position and start the machine. Use the joystick jog mode to slowly lower the bending punch into the bending die, thus centering the die. Tighten the flange nuts to secure the bending die to the platen. Always center the work material under the bending punch. The bending punch will allow up to a 90-degree bend. The bending station may be operated using the joystick or foot control. Take precautions with either mode of operation not to overload the hydraulic system by bottoming out the cylinder, thus creating heat. When using the foot control, set the limit switches as described for the punch operation. When the operation is completed, switch the selector switch to the off position and turn the machine off. Remove all tooling from the dovetail slide and platen table. This is the shearing section of the Piranha and contains workstations to shear round or square bar, flat bar, and angle iron. It can be operated with either the joystick or foot control. A feature unique to Piranha Ironworkers is the automatic urethane hold-down. This hold-down is used to automatically clamp the material prior to shearing. The hold-down securely clamps the material to the shear table, thus holding it in place for safety and precision shearing. A safety shield on the material drop side of the Ironworker prevents the material from being fed from the wrong direction, as well as providing protection on this side of the Ironworker. Never feed material into the Ironworker from the drop side of the machine. Never remove safety shields. Models P50, P70, P90, and P120 have the left adjusting nut, as well as a 3-position cam-type adjustment on the right side. Rotate the cam to the left for thinner material and to the right for thicker material. On all models, except P40, as the upper beam is lowered, the hold-down will automatically clamp the material. Once the hold-down is properly adjusted, the joystick and/or the foot control with limited switches can be used to operate this station. Regardless of the Piranha model being used, never attempt to shear material which is not clamped tightly to the table prior to shearing. Never attempt to shear material which is not at least flush with the hold down on the operator's side. Always feed material in the Ironworker from the hold down side. Never attempt to shear material without the hold down assembly installed. Failure to clamp the material tightly or completely under the entire hold down may result in damage to the ironworker. This is the round and square bar shear station. Using the joystick, raise the upper beam to its full up position and loosen the adjusting nut. Insert the material into the hold down and through the knives. Tighten the adjusting nut to lower the hold down, stopping just before securing the material. This will allow the material to feed freely. Different round or square bar sizes are available, and matching the knife to material being cut is critical in obtaining burr-free, undistorted cuts. On model P40, the knives may also be turned over to provide full flat bar shearing capacity. This is the flat bar shear station. Using the joystick, raise the upper beam to its full up position and loosen the adjusting nut. Rotate the cam left for thinner, right for thicker material. Insert the material under the hold down and through the knives. Tighten the adjusting nut to lower the hold down, stopping just before securing the material. This will allow the material to feed freely. Use the material adjustment guide, which is perpendicular to the shear knives, to ensure a square cut. This is the angle shear station. Using the joystick, raise the upper beam to its full up position and loosen the adjusting nut. Insert the material under the hold down and through the knives. Rotate cam left or right depending on material thickness. Tighten the adjusting nut to lower the hold down, stopping just before securing the material. This will allow the material to feed freely. Be sure the angle hold down pad meets the angle iron squarely prior to shearing. This upper angle shear knife is square, each corner having a different radius to accommodate various sizes of angle. For the best cut, match the knife radius to the angle fillet radius. Remember, never attempt to shear any material which is not completely held down to the shear table and is not at least flush with the operator's side of the hold down. Failure to follow these precautions may result in serious machine damage. P40 Shearing Setup. The Piranha P40 uses 3 adjusting nuts to secure material before flat bar and angle shearing. This is the Coper notcher station of the Piranha. Operate this station only from the rear control box. The joystick or the foot control with limit switch can be used to operate this station. Set the control box selector switch to the rear position. Start the Ironworker and raise the safety shield. Using the joystick, raise the upper Coper knife to just allow the material to be inserted between the knives. The Coper notcher station uses only the front control arm to set the upstroke of the Coper notcher. There is no limit switch for the downstroke of the Coper station. Plug in the foot control and flip the foot control toggle switch to the on position. The notching process can now be controlled using the foot control for hands-free operation. Use the adjustable Coper table guides to provide repeated notching and coping. Always return the safety guard to the down position when work is completed. Maintenance. Simple routine maintenance will prolong the useful life of your ironworker. It is recommended to set up a weekly maintenance program for your machine to lubricate, inspect the hydraulic system, and check the hardware and fasteners. To maintain the precision of the Piranha, inspect all fasteners and hardware every 40 hours. The table and knife bolts may need inspection more frequently, depending on your work applications. Refer to your owner's manual for proper torque specifications. There are grease fittings located on the pull arms, the hold-down section, the Coper side plates, and inside the cabinet. These should be lubricated every 40 hours. Refer to your owner's manual for exact locations. Lubrication of the punch, die, and knives can prolong the life of these items. The hydraulic system is a very important part of your machine. The smallest amount of contamination can cause the machine to malfunction. An extra filter element is sent with the machine and should be changed after the first 40 operating hours. It is recommended to change the element every 3 months after that. The hydraulic oil should be changed every 12 months. In a dirty environment, both may require more frequent changes. Summary. The following is a brief summary. The operator should thoroughly understand the owner's manual and machine operation before operating the Ironworker. Always wear eye protection and gloves. Make sure all safety guards are in place before operating the Ironworker. Do not remove any of the safety guards. Keep hands and clothing out of the way of moving parts. Keep work tables and work areas clean. Turn the Ironworker off or turn the selector switch to the off position before changing or removing any tooling. Remove all tooling from the workstations not being used before performing any operations. Make sure all tooling is secure before starting the Ironworker. The work area around the Ironworker should be well lit and free from obstructions. Always use the limit switches to limit the stroke of the Ironworker for all operations. Be sure and check with your supervisor before operating this equipment. This promotional video is designed to provide a summary illustration of some of the features of the Piranha metalworking machines. It should not be used as a substitute for thorough operator training. As with any machinery, the Piranha machines can be dangerous if improperly operated. Accessories. The following is a brief look at optional attachments available to enhance the production of your Piranha. This is the 6-foot mechanical back gauge. It easily attaches to the drop side of the machine and accommodates the angle, plate, and round bar shear sections. The threaded material stop allows for infinite length adjustments. An electric back gauge is available for the P50, P70, P90, and P120 that offers automatic cycling of the machine. Back gauges are available in 3, 6, 9, and 12-foot lengths. This is the quick-set punch gauging table. It mounts on the platen table without removing the punch attachment and consists of the table, a plate gauging guide bar, and an angle gauging guide bar. All 3 parts have measuring rules and material stops. The plate guide bar extends to the left and the material is fed from this direction. The angle gauging guide bar is centered at the punch and material can be fed from either direction. Table extensions in 5 and 10-foot lengths and additional stops are available. This is the channel punch die block. It is designed to punch a 50-ton maximum hole in the web and leg of channel and utilizes figure JB dies. The machine limit switches must be used with this tooling. This is the channel iron shear, not available on P40. It offers quick adjustment to different channel sizes and a quick release locking handle. This is a sectional shear and leaves a 1/2-inch slug. The machine limit switches must be used with this tooling. Tooling is available for all Piranha models to allow you to punch up to a 5-inch hole, 3-inch on P40. Material thickness depends on the tonnage of your machine. Our holders utilize the 28XX quick change tooling. This is the pipe and tubing notcher. It notches pipe up to 2 inches and tubing up to 2.5 inches. Other sizes and types of notching are available. For additional information or a quote on any